Find the K in Magic. I'm Joanna DeVoe, and you're watching another episode of Every Which Way, the very prestigious interview show that features women who are kicking ass and willing to share some of their best kick-ass tips with you all. And I'm so excited to present you all with this episode's guest, who is Goddess Star Monroe. Yes, she's as glamorous as her name sounds, and that's actually the name that is on her passport. She became Goddess Star Monroe after several years of living as an addict. She decided to wake up and get sober and to start an empowering new beginning for herself. So she dubbed herself Goddess Star Monroe, made it legal, and went about the business of creating all kinds of awesome programs to inspire other women to be the best version of themselves, to embrace their inner goddess, and to, of course, live the kick-ass life of their dreams. If you enjoy her half as much as I do, you are going to get such a kick out of this interview. And with no further ado, here is the lovely Goddess Star Monroe. Hi, Star. Welcome to Every Which Way.
Now, hello, lovely lady. How are you?
I'm very good. It's very late where you are. It's like 9 o'clock at night.
Yes. Yes, it is.
What does a goddess do all day long?
She works all the time at Goddess HQ. She is behind the scenes making all the magic happen.
And Goddess HQ, that is for How to Be a Woman?
Yeah, it's for How to Be a Woman, yes, yes.
Okay, do you want to tell us a little bit about what it is?
Okay. My company is called How to Be a Woman, and basically what I do, I'm the UK's leading empowerment expert for women. And I help women refine or discover or unleash their inner power so they are confident, truly confident as a woman. And when that happens, I get them to write their own rules on life.
Nice. You're also a lot of fun, so I'm sure that your clients love that. How do they work with you? Is that an in-person thing? I know you work with people online, but do you also work with people in person?
So I have my last in-person mentoring group coming up at the end of the month, which is sold out. And that'd be the last one I do. And now I am running luxe retreats, so top high-end, super indulgent, super luxury retreats in just outside London for 3 days, 3 nights with me. So that's how I work with women.
Wow. What does that entail? Luxe retreats? Like, where is that located, and how can people participate in that?
It is the most beautiful house. It's a mansion. I rent the house out. There is nobody else in the house. It's just me and 10 participants and my team. So I have Coco Bell, who's the hostess, and then I have a masseuse on hand and a hypnotherapist as well, and a caterer, a cook. So we look after these women's every needs, and they have movement classes like burlesque and striptease, and then they have various lessons with me over the 3 days where I take them through my practices and my method. And literally when they finish, they have a leather-bound journal which is full up of their own life rules. And we finish the 3 days with a champagne-fueled afternoon tea.
Oh, fabulous. And what do they walk away with? What are they taking into the rest of their life after this retreat?
Okay. So every woman that works with me has this crystal clarity on who she is, what she wants, and how the fucking hell she's going to get it to. She knows she's going to be the woman that is going to get absolutely everything she desires. She truly is. With all the information that I'm going to give them, I supercharge them so they can go out there and get what they want in life.
So you're a kind of coach. A glamorous coach.
No, I'm not a coach. No, no way.
A teacher of glamour. How would you peg yourself?
I'm an expert. I'm just an expert in my field. I'm a law unto myself. There is nothing like me. I'm not a coach. I don't coach. I mentor. I cajole. I give women kick up the arses. I push. I'm no nonsense. I'm a force. That's what I am. So no, I'm not a coach.
I just had a Goddess Star Monroe marathon, so I can attest to that. You are definitely original, and you are a force. And so much fun and so inspiring. And the further I went back in your videos, I'm like, my Lord, this woman has done so much.
Yeah.
I was shocked because you're this very, like, voluptuous, sexy kind of bombshell throwback to, like, Sophia Loren or Raquel Welch, someone like that. And then there you are on stage in, like, a little swimsuit doing bodybuilding. And I was just like, wow, that was unexpected. Do you still do that, or is that just a part of your life that you experienced?
Yeah, that's part of my life. That's what I do to look after my body. I mean, I'm of the adage that I've worked with women's bodies for 21 years. I've nearly destroyed mine, and I'm like, this is my temple. I lavish my temple. I look after her. When I work out, I'm a loner. I like to do my things on my own and my own pace. So I like to go to the gym and I lift weights. I love being strong. And one of my formulas for women is instill strength in your body and your mind, and then you get confident, and then you get kick-ass sexy. So it all comes from strength. And for me, yes, I did the bodybuilding competitions, and it was a way for me to refocus my brain, because it's completely one track. You can't think about anything else. And I think I came 10th in the UK. So I did my job, and that's what I wanted. Within a year, I did that. But what I did is learn from that, and then I put it into my routine now. So and I work out in the gym every morning. That's what I do.
And your routine now is a lot of Pilates, and you teach pole dancing. You have a book,
yeah.
Pole Dancing Essentials, something like that.
Yeah, that's it. You've got it. So what I do for my own body is every morning I'm up and I walk the dog, and then I'm in the gym and I do plyometrics, so like jumps, and then I do cardio, and then I always lift weights every morning. So my program is split throughout the week. I eat clean 5.5 days a week, and then a day and a half I indulge. I've actually got a glass of champagne right now.
Nice. Well, what does eating clean entail? How do you define that?
Okay, so I've messed around and played around with lots of different ways to eat, and what I find works for me is I eat small meals, and they are quite small actually, but I eat 6 times a day, and it's every 2 hours, every 2 to 3 hours. And every meal is protein based, so either egg whites, chicken, salmon, a veggie patty, or a turkey burger. And then on top of that, there's spinach. What else is going to say? Spinach. Then there's broccoli. So I have my green veg, and then in my snacks I have like 10 almonds and some mango, or some Greek yogurt and some berries. So it's kind of eating those, and then I have protein shakes as well. So it's eating those regularly throughout the day.
Lots of protein.
Lots of protein. Hardly any simple carbs. No simple carbs at all. They just bloat me out, and it keeps my weight lean and my body kind of and my energy is up too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good for your brain. I know my favorite part of your story, which you're probably sick of talking about by now, but is that you were an addict, and I hear that you just stopped cold turkey, which is totally fascinating to me. Like, was there some sort of process beyond that? I mean, I know a lot of times addicts will just jump from one substance or behavior to the next. Like, what kind of internal work did you do after stopping cold turkey?
I think all the time I was using, because I was drinking as well, all the time I was drinking, because I was an alcoholic and an addict. So I just knew this voice kept telling me, you're going to be okay, it's all going to be okay. and I just, in the end, I just kind of let myself just flow into being an addict. I didn't stop myself, even though I was so unhappy, but I just kind of stopped resisting it. But when I found myself on the hotel floor, and that was the wake-up call that I needed, and literally I knew if I stopped drinking, and that was tough, it was tough, but when I make a decision, I firmly make a decision, I stick to it. But I've made a decision to stop drinking, and then I knew I would stop the drugs. And it was like, I made it on the 1st of a month. It was the 1st of July, so it was very significant. But then, and this, I was just telling some girls this evening, because I was doing a talk, is I had my magic 3. All right, so my magic 3 is...
Ooh, magic.
So what I did was I incorporated 3 daily practices that were easy, that I could do every single day, that would take me from destructive to dazzling. And so at that time it was, I had to get up in the morning. That was it. Bottom line, I had to get up because I didn't like getting up. 2 was to drink a green smoothie every day, and 3 was to walk the dog. 3 was to walk the doggy. So I did all of those, and then I started to build up momentum. But I tell you what I did. I journaled every day. I journaled at the end of every night, and I got my thoughts out on paper. And then I got a new habit, which was the bodybuilding. So and I think that's really good to do when you're an addict. Is you need to replace one habit with another, with a good habit. You need to replace it with something. You can't leave a gaping hole because something's going to fill in it, and it needs to be good. So that's what I did.
I absolutely agree with that. And you're not only filling that hole, you're building self-esteem by doing something healthy for yourself on a regular basis. I think action is so important. We focus a lot in the self-development movement on your thoughts and controlling your thoughts and journaling and all those things I'm a fan of. But sometimes people can get stuck in that land of living in their head, and doing something physical, I think, is so great for improving your self-esteem.
Yeah, twinning the thoughts, because that's the other thing that I did, was that I really had to rewire my thoughts, because I really did think I was a horrible person. I really did deep down think I was horrible, that I was selfish. I believed everything that everyone told me. So what I did when I walked the dog, so I was action and doing my thoughts. I kept telling myself, you are a lovely person, you're a lovely person, you're a lovely person. And I just did that forever, for a good 6 months, until things started happening to support that. So I did both of them. So you're completely right.
That's
definitely
beautiful. And now you're in a place where you can have a glass of champagne or celebrate the end of this weekend. And how does that feel for you? Does that feel satisfying, or does it kind of reignite that feeling and you have to reground yourself?
So I am very aware. So I'm very super aware of what makes me tick and what pushes me over the edge. And there's a certain way I need to live my life. And I'm clean with drugs, and I will be clean this year for 4 years. But I'm not interested, thank you, I'm not interested in going back to that. I did it to its death. There's no enjoyment. But with drinking is that my habits with drinking are that I can easily slip back into drinking, easily, but not to be an alcoholic. But the fact is that it's a habit, and it's a very seductive habit, and I'm very aware of what it does, and it does this to everybody. Everyone needs to know that what it does. So it's like it'll seduce you back in, especially for me. So I'll end up drinking 2 glasses and 3 glasses of wine a night, and then I'll just stop again. So what I tend to do now is have 1 to 2 glasses of very expensive champagne, so I can't afford to buy it. So, and then I won't drink again. I won't drink again for a long time. So it's like very often, but then probably four evenings per year. So that's once a quarter. I do go out and party hard. So, and then that's it.
It's interesting. It seems like that is built into your entire philosophy. You're like, I eat healthy this many days a week, and then I totally indulge. Or, I mean, you're just a beautiful contradiction, you know? Like, I don't know, you just... Your website says, I am not perfect. I am an ongoing work in progress. And at the same time, you're a role model and you're helping other women live up to the life of their dreams. And it's great.
I thank you so much. I just think that you do what you want in life, you know, and life is too... For me, it's like, I love my body lean and I love it toned and I love to be able to do things like you mentioned, pole dancing. I'm extraordinarily strong on that. And I can only do that when I look after my body. But the thing is with me is that there's a fine line. So it's like, yes, I will eat clean for so many days of the week, but then I will go out and I will eat and do what I want, but it's the minimum time of the week. But it's like, but I'm always exercising. So I always exercise because it's really easy to tip that edge. And I think it is just finding that balance that works for you. And you can have both. I think you can definitely have both, but you've just got to find your balance that works for you.
I think living in the moment is really important when you're living like that too, because then you can appreciate right now, I'm enjoying this chocolate cake or whatever it is. Or now I'm working on building my body or whatever it is. And then you can enjoy that moment without having to stretch it into day 2, day 3, day 4.
Yeah. I think for me as well, I get really bored. I've got such a short attention span. So I think for me, the way that I live my life and everything that I deliver as well, because I have got such a short attention span, is it's very short, very bursty, very like bum, 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 and you've just got to get on and try it and do it, you know?
I have a funny question for you. I love that you're a mom. I'm a mom too. What does your son think of having a bombshell for a mom? Does he think it's cool, or is he like, Mom? Can't you be like the other moms?
Do you know that I don't know, you must have watched The Osbournes, yes? And
tiny bit. I'm aware of them, but I didn't watch it much.
But it's like when they talk about their parents, they go, I'm just used to them, and they're phenomenally famous. And it's just like the same with George. He's just used to me. He knows no other way. I've brought George up, right? And I've been teaching pole dancing for 10 years. George is 12. He's been coming to my pole he's shouting at. He's come into my pole dancing lessons since he's been 2. So he's been around women with heels and like. So it's like he doesn't care. Do you know what he does? He tells me to calm down.
Wow, he's at that age where his friends are going to be like, can you take us to your mom's work? And totally changing subject, I know you have you do 8-week programs called The Club, and you have another one coming up next week, the 26th of this month.
I do, and I am sold out on that. So
you are? Okay. Well, can you tell us just a little bit about what it is? Is that your last one?
It's my last one.
Oh.
And basically, it's the same principle as when I do my retreats. It's I take these. I've got 10 women, and I look after them for 8 weeks. They come and see me once a week, and we sit and we sort out what the hell they want to do in their lives. You know, where they're going, where they're playing small, and where they can be playing much bigger, and then we get them to write, again, their own life rules and kind of get them to move forward. It's all about action. My course is all about action, so that's what it is.
I hear your son in the background.
I know, so can I. I'm just like, God, what? What?
Wow, so you're all about the empowerment, and that kind of reaches into helping women entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah.
Which I love the sexy thing, because as an entrepreneur or even a stay-at-home mom, the temptation to sit around in your sweats with a bun on top of your head and no makeup is there, and that can be so depressing. And then there you are in your YouTube videos saying, like, stand up straight, good posture is very important, and you need a good undergarment to hold up your boobs and just all this stuff. And it's like, I do need to stand up straight, even though no one's looking.
Because that's the other thing, is that even if we wear right, I mean, look, with me is, and I'm going to be really honest with you, and again, it's like a contradiction in terms, that I will go out, I will be dressed up, I'm glamorous, I dress beautifully. But at home, I like to wear my tracksuit and I like to wear my sweats. And do you know what? I'm comfortable in that. But the thing is, my clothes are always nice. They always fit me and they're comfortable. So whether I'm glamorous or chilled out, it's comfortable. Because even though when we wear clothes that we think no one's going to see and they're tatty and they're, you know, they've seen a better day, we see them. Yes. We see them. So we need to always wear just great clothes that we're comfortable in and, you know, that lavish our temple. That's what we need to do.
I absolutely agree. It's something that I have to like talk myself into doing, but it's absolutely worth it. I'm always, thank you for putting a little makeup on, Joanna.
and there's my child.
We were just talking about you.
He knows. The thing is as well is that bottom line, I mean, I've got so many rituals that I do with my life. I mean, they're ingrained in me. I mean, the thing is, I always have my hair done. I always put my makeup on. I always have my nails done. Always have my pedicure. And it's part and part. It's a non-negotiable with me. And I've always been like that. So it's like, for me, those things aren't even indulgences. They are part and parcel of me being a woman and me looking after myself. And I just think that maybe women, they don't need to do all of that, but I think a couple of those things need to be kind of non-negotiables. It's like you need to be looking after your body. You need to be looking after your appearance. I mean, like to say, I teach Pilates, and Joseph Pilates, he was great. I mean, this man was ahead of his time. But he said we need to take care of our appearance. We need to take pride in our appearance, because when we take pride in our appearance, other people notice too. And also when we have children like us, yours and mine, is that they pick up on that too, don't they?
Oh, absolutely, definitely. I know your son's like wanting your attention and it's late at night, but before you take off, can I get you, my whole website is about inspiring women to live the kick-ass life of their dreams, and I would just love it if you could give them your best Goddess Star Monroe tip for living the kick-ass life of your dreams. One good tip.
Oh, wow. The first thing that came up into my head is I want them to write this down. So as they're listening to me, I want them to grab a pen and paper. Is what would they do if they knew they couldn't fail? What would they do? What would they do with their lives if they knew they couldn't fail? And nothing is too big. Like, nothing is too big. It's like you need to go wild and crazy with your dreams, and you need to put them on paper. You need to put them on paper, and you need to own them. And, I mean, it's something that I do all the time, and it's like I dream big, I put it on paper, I make a vision board, and I stick it up on my wall. My vision board is just behind me, and this is what they need to do. What would you do if you couldn't fail? Write it down, pen it out, then make a vision board, stick it up somewhere where you're going to see it, and I totally guarantee it will inspire them to start living bigger and more bodacious lives.
Beautiful. And where can they find you? Where's the best place to find you, and what's next?
Okay. So the best place to find me, so there's a couple of places to find me. So my website is www.goddessstarmonroe.com. They can add me, and the thing is, I'm a really friendly woman, all right? So the thing is, the way that I work is on Facebook. Yes, I know you have all your pages and stuff, and everyone has their pages and like my page. You want to talk to me, come and be my friend, all right? I'm Star Monroe on Facebook. Add me as a friend. And talk to me. I'm like around pretty much half the week. So I love talking to people or talking to women and helping them out. And then on YouTube, my channel is Goddess Star Monroe. So my website's Goddess Star Monroe. YouTube is Goddess Star Monroe. and they can, every week I release new videos. Every week there's new videos there for everyone to look and to pick up tips. Again, comment on them. I love to hear from you. But Facebook, you'll get me. You'll get me in person, and I'm super expensive, so this is the best way to get me free.
Well, you might be expensive, but you're accessible because you've answered my tweets in the past, and your videos are wonderful. I love them. The production's been so nice lately, too. You've really, you know, I don't know where you shot those, if you were at a fancy hotel or where you were, but the recent ones were very glamorous.
I go and find all my glamorous places, and that's my challenge now, Joanna, is to go keep finding glamorous places for the rest of the year. So.
Well, you belong there. You fit right in. Thank you so much. I loved getting to chat with you. Thank you, Star.
Oh, thank you, lovely lady. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Bye-bye.